James Collins was once just another face in Las Vegas, a quiet mechanic working double shifts, living in a small apartment on the east side of the city. Behind closed doors, however, the cracks were already forming. He struggled to provide for his wife and young son, constantly blaming the world for his failures instead of seeking help. Bills piled up, eviction notices came monthly, and his marriage collapsed. When his wife left with their son, Collins snapped, convinced everyone, including the government and his neighbors, had worked again. Collins left his job without notice and disappeared from the radar for 4 months. When he resurfaced, petty thefts began occurring in the neighborhood he once lived in. Missing tools, slashed tires, small arsons in abandoned buildings. No one suspected him. To the few who still saw him around, he simply looked like a man who had hit hard times. By late 2019, the East Side community became fearful. Break-ins weren't random anymore. Homes belonging to people who Collins believed had wronged him were targeted. Families woke up to smashed windows and threatening phrases spray-painted across their walls. Police increased patrols, but Collins was highly familiar with the streets, blind spots, and escape routes. For nearly a year, he stayed one step ahead, stealing cars, burning evidence, and dressing in stolen work uniforms to blend in. The turning point came after a robbery gone wrong at a local convenience shop. A teenage clerk recognized Collins and tried to trigger the silent alarm. Collins panicked and fired a shot. Not fatal, but enough to make the crime high priority. Security footage was released citywide, and for the first time, his face appeared on the news. Terrified and paranoid, Collins fled to the outskirts of Las Vegas, breaking into abandoned houses and surviving off stolen groceries. Still, he continued sending anonymous threatening letters to his ex-wife and former neighbors, now more unhinged and violent. He was finally captured after a ranch owner southwest of the city reported a break-in. When police arrived, Collins tried to escape through the back of the barn, but slipped on loose gravel and was injured. He was apprehended without firing a shot. In court, prosecutors described him as a man who allowed resentment to destroy every shred of humanity he once had. Collins was sentenced to 45 years in federal prison for armed robbery, aggravated assault, and domestic terrorism. During sentencing, he spoke only one sentence: "They took everything from me. I just took it back." The community he terrorized has slowly healed, but his name remains a reminder of how quickly a man's bitterness can grow into something monstrous.